Hey everyone, my name is Jake and welcome to Storytime. Today we're going to be looking at some Choosing Beggar stories, so sit back, relax and enjoy. Sister gets offended I won't risk my home for her business opportunity. Back in 2008, I had taken a job out of state and my family and I had moved from my hometown to be close to my work. We had decided not to sell our house immediately. Instead, we let my dad live there. In exchange, he took care of the place. This was a good deal for all of us, and it worked out quite well. My sister had talked my dad into buying some of her camera and computer equipment so that she could start a photography business. To be fair, she is a very talented portrait photographer and could probably be quite successful if she wasn't such a horrible person. Instead of renting a place to set up shop, she thought it would be a good idea to use our house. The formal dining room was very nice and had a fireplace and other details that would serve as a good backdrop for photos. Also, the grounds had some nice trees and green areas that were picturesque. When she asked me if she could use the house, I agreed on one condition: that her husband cannot come onto the property. Her husband was a meth addict who had been arrested multiple times on possession charges. In the USA, we have something called a civil asset forfeiture. This allows police agencies to seize property without due process that the suspect is being used in illegal activity. The illegal activity that results in most asset forfeitures is the dealing of illegal drugs. I was worried that if he were to be arrested on my property, the police would seize it. I carefully explained my reasoning to my sister, who proceeded to lose her mind. She yelled and cursed me and my wife and called us all sorts of names. She said that if I didn't accept her husband, then I didn't accept her. It didn't seem to matter that she threw him out on a regular basis and that he had been awful to her over the course of their relationship. We stuck to our guns and didn't allow her to use the property. As a result, she didn't talk to us for a couple of years and wouldn't let us visit our nieces and nephews for almost 3 years. All because we wouldn't risk our property for her meth head of a husband. I gotta say that I think he did the right thing. It would be the worst thing to do to let someone like that onto your property and then it gets seized or something. I'm the bride, I should get my beer first. So my uncle never got married and never had children until I was 15. Then he married my aunt, the Choosing Beggar. They never had children of their own, but she has one son. Their relationship story is something for another thread. So anyway, the night before their wedding, immediate family and the wedding party went to dinner at an Italian restaurant my aunt really likes. We had a party of about 20 to 25, and we only had one server for our large party, since it was a Saturday and they were very busy. So we get there and we are all ordering drinks and all the adults start ordering alcohol. As many people know, most servers will bring out the non-alcohol drinks first, since the bartender has to prepare the mixed drinks. Well, my aunt did not appreciate everyone else being served before her. As this poor young waitress was setting some glasses down, my aunt speaks up. "Excuse me, where are my and my fiancé's drinks?" The young girl looks a little lost, but is extremely polite and respectful. "I will bring them right out. Please give me a moment." "Well, I want mine next. I'm the bride. Mine should have been brought out first." My aunt scolds the poor girl. Please forgive me. I'll bring it out right away." The waitress then runs off, with some of our sodas still on her tray by the way, to get her beer. I don't recall my aunt ever thanking her when she finally got it. So that passes and my parents and I think that's it. Nope. While ordering food, my aunt says to the waitress, "I want this dish, but can you have this chef prepare it? He knows me and knows how I like it." The waitress looks around and says she will ask, then continues taking orders. A few minutes later, she comes back and tells my aunt, "Hey, that chef isn't here tonight. Do you have any special requests regarding your order?" My aunt huffs and crosses her arms. "Well, I'm not actually sure what exactly he does. Can you call him and ask him to come in?" My parents and I exchange looks like, is she serious? But don't say anything. My uncle tries to calm her down and tell her to just take the meal, but she isn't having it. The waitress gets the restaurant manager, who tells my aunt that they are already fully staffed and it's against policy since the chef has already worked over 40 hours. So my aunt pulls this. "Then I expect a discount since my request can't be completed. I'm a bride and we have such a large party." The manager just tells her that she will see what she can do. On her way out of the party room, my dad stops her and tells her not to worry about the discount, to just put some of their bill onto his to make her happy and make everything easier for the staff. The rest of the night went alright, aside my aunt's constant complaints, and my parents left a huge tip for the staff for all of their troubles. You'd think that would be enough red flags to not be in a relationship with someone, but apparently they're still married, so I just hope the uncle's alright. It's just a belt. This happened today at work. A bit of backstory. My company, like most companies, has a dress code. It's business casual, so nothing extreme. Every week, every employee is reminded of the dress code. Everyone but one person follows the dress code. That one person likes to sag his pants and walk around. He has gotten many complaints from others, and management has repeatedly told him to wear a belt or pants that fit. Well, today everyone was brought into a company-wide meeting. There are only about 30 people in the company to address the dress code, since the higher-ups were seeing a lot of complaints even after the emails that went out. Now, everyone else knew exactly why everyone was called to the meeting. It was to save the one dress code violator from personal embarrassment. The meeting went on as expected, and at the end, the higher-ups asked if anyone had any questions. Here is the conversation that took place. "Why do I have to wear a belt? No one can see anything." You're showing your underwear to everyone, and sagging is unprofessional." "Well, I'm not gonna wear no ugly but cheap Walmart belt." "You can wear any belt you prefer." "Good. I want the company to buy me the $350 Gucci belt I want." "The company isn't responsible for providing belts for the employees. If you want that belt, you're going to have to buy it yourself." "It's not my dumb policy forcing me to wear a belt. You told me I have to wear a belt, so you're going to provide one to me. And I won't wear any cheap belt. It has to be the $350 Gucci belt, or I won't wear a belt at all. And I'll continue to sag my pants." He was escorted into the head office, and I didn't see him for the rest of the day. I doubt I'll see him at work again. Yeah, I don't think that guy quite understands how the company works. You know, if they say you have to provide for it, you have to provide for it. A choosing beggar that made my day and is still one of the best stories I tell. A brief introduction is in order, so there won't be any confusion later on. I'm a 28-year-old, 6-foot, average build guy. I live in a small town in Bulgaria, and almost everyone knows everyone here. My mother owns a flower shop for 28 years. She had a career change after I was born. I usually don't work in the shop, but I cover shifts when one of the girls who works there needs days off. Most of the people who are regulars know me by name and know exactly who I am and why I am there. My mother's side of the family is purely Slavic, but my dad is kinda more mixed. Some Russian with some Greek, some Serbian, Romanian, and who knows what else. I look almost exactly as my dad. Darker than Caucasian, lighter than Indian, trimmed thick beard. In other words, not like my white blonde mother. You'll need this, I promise. The story. It was late August or early September. I'm covering a shift because one of the girls wanted to have some days off and go out of town. So I'm behind the counter arranging a bouquet, and a woman in her early 40s comes in. I greet her and ask if there is anything I can be assistance of, or does she want to browse for a few minutes? I will ask you when I'm ready. She says that in a tone that only a Karen knows how to pronounce. So I proceed with the bouquet and let her pick what she wants. A few seconds later, after I hear, ahem, yes, have you picked anything you like? I said as I put down the bouquet and went to help her. As I was going to her, I hear her mutter, gosh, they let even the idiots work here now. I pretend I didn't hear her and go with a smile to her. What have you picked? With the nicest tone that I'm able to produce. Just give me that flower and make it quick. I'm already late. She points to a potted orchid that costs 20 livres. 1 lev is around 50 cents. Sure, do you want it gift wrapped? And what color would you like the wrapping and the bow? I don't care, just make it snappy and don't take more of my time. I apologize, miss. It will cost 21 livres with the wrapping and bow. That is too much. Give me a discount. Sorry, but I'm not allowed to give discounts. I can give discounts, and I give discounts to almost everyone I know, or is friendly. No, I demand a discount. Do you have any freaking idea who I am? I don't like yelling. Even when I messed up as a kid, my mum didn't raise her voice because she knows that kinda triggers me. Miss, please calm down. I am sorry, but I don't know who you are, and please don't yell in the shop. Shut it, Gypsy! Gypsy or Romy have darker skin color than Caucasians, and I might pass for one, but I don't speak the language. I am the owner's sister, and I don't pay full price here, you piece of trash. This is where I go in screw it mode. After being a security guard for 8 years dealing with idiots like this Choosing Beggar Karen, this was my time to vent, and it's not like my mother can fire me after such a customer. Listen here, you stain on humanity. First of all, there is no need for the yelling and the name calling. Second, I am the owner's son, and you are definitely not related to me in any possible way. And last, I said no discount. Please leave. I kept my voice as calm as possible because I don't like yelling. She was just standing there frozen, opening and closing her mouth like a fish for a few seconds. I thought she understood what had just happened. Nope. You're lying to me. You look nothing like my mother's name. And now give me the orchid for free, or I will call her and tell her that an idiot of an employee was rude and lies to customers. Go for it, witch. Should I dial her or will you? She actually called my mum and it went like this. Hey, it's me. Hello? Who is this? It's me, Choosing Beggar. We met at the bank last week. Oh, yes, hi. Sorry, I didn't have your number in my contact list. It's fine. Listen, I'm at your shop and the gypsy boy that I have no idea why you've hired is overpricing the flowers, and when I scolded him for that, he told me he was your son and he can do whatever he wants. At this point, my mother knows something is wrong with Choosing Beggar's story. Well, because my mother didn't raise me to be a spoiled prick, and she isn't too fond of racial slurs of any kind. Oh, I'm sorry he acted like that. Please put him on the phone so I can have a word with him. Choosing Beggar hands me her phone and has that "now you're in trouble for messing with me" look on her face. Why is this woman calling me? She wanted a discount and I didn't give her one. She yelled in my face, called me an idiot, a gypsy, and lied to me pretending to be your sister. Which reminds me, why do I meet my other auntie just now? She's not your aunt, and I hardly remember who she is. Did you tell her that you don't give discounts? Just tell her she's free to leave and refuse her service. You sure? Yup. She hung up. I hand back Choosing Beggar's phone, and with my full stature, walk in front of the counter where she is, cross my arms on my chest, and ask her, "You're still here?" She ran out, and I haven't seen her since. I don't know in which bank she works, but if I liked my cornflakes, I would have gone there to open an account just to mess with her. Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a really good day so far and that you enjoyed that video. If you want to see more videos like it, then click on screen right now and remember to subscribe if you haven't already. But I will see you very soon.